Marcus Aurelius had a dream that was Rome, Proximo. This is not it. This is not it.
Marcus Aurelius is dead, Maximus. We mortals are but shadows and dust. Shadows and dust, Maximus!
The grinning Lyceum of Antonius Proximo!
Resting in the sands of Egypt's desert lies the remembrance of Ozymandias, also known as the great pharaoh Ramses II. Nothing remains of his memory besides the stone carving of his head and legs, a plaque, and some obscure historical factoids. After some 3,000 years, these remains are a testament to his legacy, one that I may add has lived on for an impressively long time. They are also a reminder of how each and every mortal life, no matter how great or worthless, no matter how long or short, is in the end forgotten. On average, a person's life and everyone they knew will be forgotten in 2 generations after their death. In other words, in all likelihood, your great-great-grandchildren will know nothing of your time on this planet, your trials and tribulations, and know nothing of those who you cherish. While I may be coming off as morbid or pessimistic, that is not what I intend. This is just a fact of life. As Proximo from Gladiator says, we are all but shadows and dust. Unfortunately for our pharaoh Ozymandias, his name, which he had hoped would be attributed the legacy, has now become attributed the loss. This started with the famous poem, which is titled Ozymandias, written by Percy Shelley. She writes, I met a traveler from an antique land, who said, 2 vast and trunkless legs of stone stand in the desert. Near them, on the sand, half sunk a shattered visage lies, whose frown and wrinkled lip and sneer of cold command tell that its sculptor well those passions read, which yet survive, stamped on these lifeless things, the hand that mocked them and the heart that fed. And on the pedestal these words appear, my name is Ozymandias, King of Kings. Look on my works, ye mighty, and despair. Nothing besides remains. Round the decay of that colossal wreck, boundless and bare, the lone and level sands stretch far away. Ozymandias did everything right. He left off his empire and all of his franchise in pristine condition, ready to be inherited by his offspring. He commemorated statues and structures to himself, leaving a plaque that spoke of his power. Yet here we are, 3,000 years later, and most people don't even know his name, and the ones that do only know him from a poem about his decaying statue. The Ozymandias condition is nothing more than the loss of power to the uncompromising hand of time. All who gain power, all who gain life, lose it. The loss of power does not need to be swift and dramatic. Actually, it is usually quite slow. All that matters is that it happens. It happens to you, me, the crackhead outside of 7-Eleven, Ozymandias himself, Michael Jackson, you name it. It is intertwined with mortal life. If you were to break free of it, then you would break free of your mortality, essentially becoming a god. Nowadays, most people don't even know about this poem, and I don't blame them, as it is like 100 years old or something at this point. The most recent recognizable instance of this name is also attributed to a most recognizable meme from a most recognizable show. In the final season of Breaking Bad, one of the episodes is titled Ozymandias. At the surface level, this title comes from the image of his head lying in the sand, which is likely a reference to the statue. Beyond that, it's because this episode is a significant turning point in the series. When he hits the Ozymandias pose, it marks the very moment that all of his power, his drug empire, everything comes to an end. The Ozymandias Condition states that all men who gain power must lose it, no matter how long it takes. In Mr. White's case, it was swift and in dramatic fashion. His great meth empire, built on his genius and hardballing, is gone. Shadows and dust. This is the first video that I ever made for this channel, and I want you to know that I'm not a pessimist, and I didn't make this video to be a doomer, or to tell everyone that nothing they do matters. You know what? Screw the Ozymandias Condition. Sure, it might be inevitable, and it might seem like a big looming shadow and an unwinnable battle. But the truth is that your experiences do matter, for no other reason than that they just matter. They matter to you, they matter to those around you, those that you impact and those that impact you. Emotions are outside of the passage of time. A simple joy of driving down a clean road on a sunny day with the windows down. The gratitude you feel while tearing up to a piece of music or a great movie. The palpitating heartbeats before a first kiss, or the pain of losing someone you love. A smell that takes you back to the simpler time of your childhood. Time can't take that away from you. Your great-great-great-great-grandchildren might not know about how you felt, but so what? It doesn't matter if you're William Wallace and Braveheart, giving that great speech about our lives and freedom and whatever, or if you were just a random person in the crowd. In 2,000 years, no one will know who William Wallace was. It doesn't matter if you were Michael Jordan making that game winner, or if you were just someone in the nosebleeds. The size of an experience doesn't diminish its purpose. Learn from Ozymandias' mistake. If you try to preserve your memory for eternity, you will only find disappointment. Maybe a statue of your head will lie withering away from sand erosion, but what does that even accomplish? It's all shadows and dust. Cherish the things that make you feel alive, because they will last forever and ever. Thanks for watching, guys, and like I said earlier, this is my first YouTube video ever, so I really appreciate you guys giving me your time. I'm going to keep trying to improve, and if you want to see more, trust in my abilities, then I would really love for you to subscribe or like the video, whatever you're supposed to ask at the end. That's it.